All right, let's do this. Hope everybody's having a fantastic day. It's hard to talk about people who I have little contact with, but they've made the effort and asked to be in the current work art challenge, and I think it's amazing, and I think it's awesome, and I would love to have lots of new people doing it. One of my biggest problems is that doing the descriptions is not as easy as I would hope. I worry that I'm coming across not like an asshole, but not asshole. Per se, but it's kind of like that. So maybe I don't want to come across as an asshole. This is like I'm trying to say something and I'm having trouble saying it. I'm horrible with people. People either find me way too blunt, way too whatever, too a little, I guess, full of myself, I guess. I don't know. Maybe there's jealousy. I don't know what people want from me. But I am always bad at or it's just extremely awkward when I'm around people I don't know or don't know well. I definitely like to be in my comfort zone. I definitely like to not be. I want to be cool and smooth and all the other fun stuff that goes along with that. So, but yeah, because I just had a couple of people I turned into orcs, and I wish I had all wonderful things to say. I wish I had. They're my best friend in the whole world, and it's like I don't have that, and it's like I wish it's my fault that we're not closer, I guess. I don't know. it just. I'm just like, I don't know. It's kind of like, you know, it's kind of like me talking about it even. I want to do better. I remember yeah, I remember like doing theater. When I was in the theater, I remember doing some theater, and when I was in the theater, I don't know why I said it like that at first. But yeah, I literally do not know what stage fright is. I watched so many people have it. I watched so many people draw blanks. I watched so many people do all this stuff, and I am just me. My problem is that I thought it was stage fright. I thought it was all that stuff. I thought that's what stage fright was. And mine was just like, mine wasn't debilitating. And it turns out I wasn't stage fright at all. Just a shitty actor. And every single director, casting person, every single one of them, they knew well before I even had the clue. I thought it was just nerves. I thought it was just bumbling. I thought it was all this stuff, and it just turns out that I'm just a crappy ass actor. I want to be better. I want to be leading man material. I want to be all of that, and I'm just not. It would be like if like somebody was talking about or I said somebody, I don't even remember the conversation. I don't remember when the conversation happened, but I've had lots of conversations. We were talking about the idea this is for stories, because I used to be in conversations about like how to write and things to write and how to come up with ideas and being creative and stuff like that all the time. That's one of my strongs. But we were talking about it, and they were mentioning like going like, if the world is based on like a book, and you are the main character of that book, I'd be like, I couldn't be the main character. Literally, you would have other characters running around, trying to find the focal point the causality of this reality, because I don't see myself. And they joked, and of course I told the story of my theater appreciation professor telling me how I'm going to go on to be all these wonderful things. Like, I got a talent for it, I got a knack for it, everything like this. Just don't act. I think that I brought down performances, and that's the reason why I say that's the reason why I tell this story. It's not that I wouldn't go and act. It's not that I wouldn't, it's the famous Adam Sandler, his professor, took him out for a beer and, told him, like, give this up, give up the dream. And of course, Adam Sandler went on to be, a tremendous actor. He has his own production company, so he makes his own damn movies. And, he ran into that professor again. And basically, instead of saying the story, he basically said, "This is the only professor that ever bought me a beer." I love that story. Mine's a little bit different. My professor did not take me out for a beer. But there's something to be said when you can actually be, and it's not like I was half-assing it. I was giving it everything that I had. There was lots of training, there was lots of blocking, there was lots of stuff going on. I had lots of theater before that. And that was, when I was finally in college. When I was finally in college, and I could see what I'm doing while I'm doing it, as opposed to just being in the moments and then being embarrassed by my performance and going, "Oh my God, it's such a god-awful performance." Ugh. And it's like, everybody says that. Everybody says, what I... Yeah, but when you see it, it's like my singing. I know. I know. I can blame the fact that I'm partially deaf, but that's neither here nor there. I had a lot of singing lessons, and I got up to being mediocre. It's just like I had a lot of piano lessons, and I ended up being mediocre. It is one of the reasons, not the only reason, but it is one of the reasons why when I finally when YouTube was starting up and people were making videos and stuff like that, it's one of the reasons why when I started it up, I declared myself the patron saint of mediocrity. I think that I'm more the patron saint of mediocrity than somebody like Salieri. which is where I got that from. I got that from, the play and the movie Amadeus. But I'm not, it's not, to me, it's not, like people look at it as like self-deprecating and stuff like that. And it's like going, oh, I understand how you hate to hear your voice and hate to hate to watch yourself on screen. My performance is pretty fucking bad. And I am trying. These things aren't done without effort. And for those of you guys who listen to my loud noises, know that I'm not a singer. I don't pretend to be one. But even I find some of the freaking songs hard to listen to. Which is why if there was one person saying he was watching Fat Babe a million times over and over and over again, more power to you, but geez. Jesus Louises. Jesus the Jesus. Holy cow. I think I'm good for a listen. And that's it. I definitely think I'm good for a listen. And I'm gonna always surprise you. It is the bed thing. It is the watching me sleep. Whoever that crazy person is. I don't think there's ever been another person. I know people have watched it. I've mentioned it here. People have gone to that video, and people have watched it for a little bit. But I don't think anybody's actually. I don't think there's been another person, and I could be wrong, to watch the full hour of me sleeping. And again, I'm going to surprise you. There's surprises in store. The surprises, there is no surprise. It literally is just an hour of me sleeping. Spoiler alert. But it's like trying to listen to things that I say when my muffler was freaking bad. I want you to know, I was desperately trying to speak over the muffler. At some points, I was just absolutely 100% yelling. And it's crazy to me thinking about that. Like me literally just shouting at the top of my lungs to get, while I'm heading into work. I think it's one of the reasons why I was like hoarse for freaking 2 weeks. But yeah. 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 Less than 10% of the population less than 10% of the population has even appeared on screen. And I've appeared on screen. less than 10% of the population has appeared on screen, and out of that population, I think it's 10% again. I think it's 10% of the 10%. Yeah, I think that's probably about right. So since there's 8 billion people, so 10%, that's what, 80 billion, and then 10% of that, it's 800,000. 800,000 is a lot of people. And I'm not even talking, well, I don't know if I'm talking streaming. Maybe I am. People seem to think that the streaming population is huge. It's really not. Twitch is an affiliate of freaking Amazon. And I don't even think they count that revenue. They're like, oh, it's only a couple $1 million. That's half of everybody's money that they're taking. That's just free cash rolling in. And I'm almost positive I don't think that the higher ups even give a shit about Twitch. Like, if they showed them how much they made last year to how much they made this year, I don't think they care. YouTube cares a little bit more. I forgot who their parent affiliate is, but I think it might be Google. Obviously there's no blue sky when I'm trying to post a video and I want to like promote it. There's no blue sky there. They're just kind of shitty. So it's probably, I think YouTube might be Google. And again, where Google is concerned, like this is just pocket change for them. I don't even know, like, I don't even know like how much the advertising and stuff like that. Like, I don't even know how much that even affects. Like, I don't think they give a shit. I think the advertisers pay them and they say, okay, well, you're going to be in this many videos at least, because I think that they continue it on. I think they over promote it. They over advertise it because they can. I don't know. What I'm saying might not be true. It's just my opinion. But if I was them, that's how I'd do it. I wouldn't even care. Like, I don't think they care enough to put them with the right users with the right ads. I don't think they give a shit. it is. It is what it is. Trying to think what else. Yeah. I think that I've more explained, because I always think that it's kind of humorous and stuff like that, and what the professor told me. And just so you know, the reason why I'm not saying the professor's name is because the professor is an actor that I did admire. Did I say did? I do admire. I think they're still alive. It's like my mentor, I was pleasantly surprised that my mentor took me on. And yes, it was kind of like the I don't know what I'm doing, I need a mentor, I need somebody to show me. Graciously said, and he said a lot of nice things about me, but he graciously said that he will attempt to get me to where I need to go. And he said, I don't know if I can get you there, but I will definitely help you. I've had a lot of people like that in my life, which I've been very fortunate. It was one of those things that it's like how I used to think that I didn't have white privilege. And if I did, you could have it, because freaking it's not doing me any fucking good. And then I realized, like, going, yeah, but I'm not being pulled over because of the color of my skin. I'm not walking down the street and all of a sudden having, police officers basically stop and frisk and maybe shoot me. My mom never gave me a speech like, these are the things to do when the police approach you. And you have to make the decision whether to run or not. Isn't that insane? That's insane. Racism is huge, even right now. And white privilege isn't some extra privilege. White privilege is what everybody should be given. It shouldn't be white privilege. It should just be your basic privileges. Yeah, respect. Is a big thing. You know, care, love, all those things. Every interaction with especially strangers needs to be handled that way. Yeah, I literally had to change my thinking. And it was definitely with help from people who were experiencing it. And unlike some people, I'm not going to be a white savior. You don't need a fucking white savior. You just need people to treat you with respect, dignity, and humanity. That's it. Yeah. Everything else is, you know, second. But I mean, it's like that whole freaking saying, you know. If you don't like gay people, don't be gay. Or you don't like gay marriage, don't marry somebody of the same sex. You don't have to. Nobody's forcing you to. Alrighty. Cool beans in comments below. It doesn't have to be cool beans. It can be whatever you like. Alright. And wherever you are, whatever you're doing, I hope you're having a fantastic time doing it. Alright. And this is my weekend. And I will talk to you guys on Saturday. Alright. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.